episode of OneCouch.
And we back.
Today we are discussing what's going on in the pop culture world regarding Katt Williams.
Hip hop, baby. This is hip hop.
We're going to get topical.
Interview
Comedy's hip hop
with
now, dude.
Shannon Sharp.
Fucking.
Granted,
Good
this is
old
going to be
Uncle Sharp.
a 2-month late response to this
Well, we
video.
got the whole response now.
That's true. We're going to talk about both sides.
Yeah, we
Hasn't
got
been 2
everything,
months?
dude.
By
I
the time this comes out,
don't
probably.
worry, guys. I do not have a life, and I researched everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I looked
Thank you,
all
thank
of
you.
this up for us. If you don't know what happened, Katt Williams in the beginning of the year blew up the fucking internet. Fuck a Mr. Beast. Fuck a whoever else.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp and Katt Williams blew up the internet, and he came for heads. And I believe every little thing he said. He looked like me.
Preach.
Like literally how Kevin looks on that couch and how I look on this couch is visually how it looked with Shannon Sharp interviewing Katt Williams. Katt Williams was swinging his legs, talking all kinds of shit about people,
Dude.
not giving a fuck, dude. And I loved it.
Shannon Sharp was
It's
sweating.
like in the tightest sweatsuit.
He was in the-
yeah, he's in he's bulging out of that sweat.
He looks bigger than he was in the NFL.
Yeah, can we talk about that? He looks like The
Jeez,
Rock.
That was not commented at all. The fact that he looked gigantic.
jacked.
Oh my God, dude.
and
He
he's
could
like
play.
fucking 50.
He's
could
at
play.
least 50. He could play today.
100%.
And he was sweating during points of that interview, dude, where he's just like, good Lord.
This ain't gonna come out, Kat.
no.
We can't put this out, Kat.
There's several
on,
parts
Kat.
where they like look off camera.
Yeah. And Kat's looking at him while he's looking off camera.
Yeah. And the cat's just. For like, he'll just be silent for like 30 seconds, dude. And I could tell Shannon's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to fill this space with.
I loved every minute of it,
It
dude. I
was
watched
like-
every single minute of it.
Maybe my favorite interview of all time.
That's the only podcast I've ever watched in its entirety, probably within the last decade.
a full like
Like from start to beginning.
it's like-
or from start to begin. From start to beginning.
he watched it wrapped around. Start finish. It was like 2 hours or over 2 hours.
No, I think it was like just under.
Just under.
Yeah, just under.
Whatever it was, it flew by. I was just
I
like,
loved every
ate that
second of
shit
it.
up, dude. And who had that on their bingo card? Katt Williams. I haven't thought about Katt Williams.
For real.
But you know what's so weird? There was just some comedian talking about him, like Stavros or something was talking about
On
like,
Joe Rogan or some shit like that, right? Yeah,
and that
yeah,
clip
yeah.
came up. We probably watched the same exact clip.
Same
where he's like,
algorithm.
"Oh, one of the funniest guys was Katt Williams," and then I was like, I had to be like, "Oh yeah."
That guy
He was
is funny.
fucking funny. Like Pimp Chronicles and all, it was
Pimp Chronicles
one of the
Volume
best
2
specials ever.
is hands down my favorite, and it's because, can I just say this story? As I spark up, the first time I ever smoked weed, I put on the Pimp Chronicles Volume 2, and it was the scariest day of my life. But it was also very, very fun because of the Pimp Chronicles, dude. I was able to enjoy it. I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh audibly at all.
Well, and he was
I laughed inside, internally.
You were like, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen."
This is the funniest shit I've ever
You
seen.
couldn't, like,
and it was the
express it.
fourth rewatch that I've already seen it, and I was like, "This is the greatest comedy special I've ever seen in my life."
Well, he was smoking weed and talking about when it was like taboo to do.
Yeah,
But he was like, he used to just be out there dancing and like running around, sweating.
given everything. Dude.
Little John comes on stage.
Yeah.
He put on the show.
Oddly enough, dude, I never would have thought of it back then, but he is kind of like another, for stand-up at least, another one of those, like, I would say Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy kind of figures where when you look up his story, if you don't know him like, you know, we all do, if you look up his story is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And that was in the podcast too. He kind of gave his origin story.
He lived in the Bay for a little bit too.
He lived in the Bay for a little bit,
Yeah.
dude. He was homeless for a little bit. Apparently, he was not emancipated legally, but he just went on his own at 13 and like left his family, went to a whole different ass state, and then is now considered one of the best comedians. He has the most specials out.
Yeah, there's like 14 Netflix
yeah.
specials, some shit. And then,
Crazy, dude.
bro, he has adopted 6 kids.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Yeah.
And
Adopted
apparently
6 kids.
most of them had like bad
Like
births,
Sure.
like birth,
Yeah.
not birth defects, but like were born with like crack in their system
Yeah.
and shit like that. Dude is fucking
He's
goat status, dude.
Yeah,
like real shit. If you don't know Katt Williams, look him up. And if you looked him up because of all this, and you're saying that he's just crazy, dude, nah, that guy is the real deal Holyfield, dude.
He's a man of the people, dude.
I will say, just a transparent comic status, I will say I think some of them were bits. Some of the shit was bits that
He's
he was
riding
saying.
that line, and they're
Yeah.
both getting a little toasty. In that
Yeah.
interview,
Yeah.
bro. Shannon poured at least 4 drinks. He was putting them back.
Yeah.
And
It looks like a nice ass drink. I like the bottle.
dude, everything aesthetically about that
That
is
whole set?
great. The whole setup's great.
That's what we should make our podcast look like.
Dude, imagine. It looks like a fucking.
We're in front of the fireplace.
We look good, man. I
No, we just need some wood paneling.
yeah,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
A
Maybe get a
fireplace,
fireplace.
and then
I'll install a fireplace into my garage
just for the look.
just
We
for the
don't even
look.
use it.
It doesn't exit anywhere. It just an open fucking hole in my wall.
Because we just want to look like Club Shay Shay.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. We just
Club
want to look like
Shay
what's a good Shannon Sharp? He has the. And I feel
Shay
for him
Shay.
because we probably have the same issue. He
Club
probably
Kevvkevvv.
has a long tongue
Yeah,
because
welcome to Club Kevvkevvv.
his fucking lisp is Chris Brown status, dude.
He does got
me
the
and
lisp.
Shay Shay got
It's
a
just hella
hard
deep.
lisp.
It's a deep lift, so he kind of powers through it.
Lisp.
No, come on, Skip.
Come on, Skip. No, come on, Skip. Skip.
Skip. No.
Skip.
It's my turn. I get to talk now. That's all that shit.
Yeah.
That show was. So he comes out of this also like. My respect for Shannon Sharp is hella high now too, just
Yeah.
as an interviewer. And I know he was tripping during the interview, but he is gonna get some like big names are going to go on
yeah.
there now.
People are going to want to answer too.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
They
respond.
did, dude. They did.
Yeah, who are some of the sponsors?
They responded.
Okay, we got like a minute and a half left.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I want to talk about Diddy maybe for like 20 seconds. Like
Oh,
that
yeah,
whole
yeah.
shit's crazy, dude.
Oh yeah. And if Diddy asks you to party, you got to tell him no.
You can't. You cannot.
You got to tell him no.
Although he might take you shopping though, dude.
Well, that's
Give me PS5,
that
Xbox.
sounds like consensual. It
That's how he
sounds
gets
a
you,
little
dude.
consensual.
might get you an Xbox.
Might get you, yeah. Can you
you
give
a
me a
couple
PS
Xboxes.
Vita? Give me a PS Vita, Diddy. I'll come shopping with you.
Yeah, that part's crazy. I love how he went in on Steve Harvey because
Steve Harvey.
I've never
He said he
particularly
had a
thought-
unit. Said it's a unit. We all know that color code.
Steve Harvey is funny in like meme GIF form. Other than that, I've never really.
I love
been
him on
like,
Family Feud.
That's that's like
Yeah.
that's your career though.
Yeah.
Like that's Katt Williams' point. Like, oh, it was
Yeah.
Kings of Comedy, but
Yeah.
he built that shit around himself to like lift himself up.
But I will say, if the beef between them two is real, I understand Katt's anger because if a guy like Steve Harvey was letting Cedric steal a joke,
Yeah.
filtering people in, not trying to act like people ain't letting him in, but he's the one not letting people in. You know what, man? Take the shot, bro, because that's real shit, man. Like that shit is real shit, and some people in those positions need to be put in check by guys who can't, and guys like Katt can't.
And that's the thing, like you said, I believe every word because everything he's saying is like, it is believable. Like,
Yeah.
you look at those guys, and you've heard shit about Steve Harvey, where he's like behind the scenes a super fucking controlling asshole about his
See, I
show.
didn't know about any of that.
I've heard stories about that where, like, on the Steve Harvey show, like his Ellen show,
Yeah.
it's like you're not allowed to talk to him during certain hours of the day and shit if you see him.
Bro,
You know,
come on
that type
now.
of shit. And Cedric, I'm like, I've always thought Cedric was funny, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he was stealing shit and he's a hack.
Yeah.
You know, like what he's saying about Bernie is legit too.
Yeah, you gave props to Bernie, dude. Bernie was legit. That's Bernie. I just watched Soul Man recently. Almost made me cry at the end because they gave him the tribute. That was his last
Yeah.
movie. And
That's right. That was his
yeah, it was his last movie with Samuel L. Jackson, dude.
I
Crazy.
kept thinking it was like, oh, fucking Ocean's 13. or
Thank God it
something.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I haven't seen it.
What?
Soul Man?
Soul Man.
Oh, it's good. I think it's Soul Men.
Soul Man?
Soul.
I thought it was Soul Man.
Man. I
Soul
don't know, but it's
Man?
basically they're like an old doo-wop group, and they get back together It's a good ass movie, man.
Dude,
Man,
he's got some hitters.
And it shows what Katt Williams was saying. We're going over, but fuck it.
Fuck it, we're going over.
It shows what Katt Williams was saying. Katt was saying that with the whole Kings of Comedy shit, they were trying to act like Bernie wasn't the fucking hitter of the group when he was. And then on top of that, they were trying to act like Bernie was trying to go be a movie star. And that's why they didn't want to do it because it was different for them. Apparently, that was the narrative that Katt was saying. I didn't watch the other episodes of Steve Harvey, but like, fuck that. Bernie was so dope. Bernie Mac was so dope that he could fucking kill on stage to any crowd, right? Murder an hour or plus probably, and then go on to a film and make you cry. Like real shit. I swear to God, he was a good dramatic actor.
Well, in his show too, the Bernie Mac show, that shit was like ahead of its time.
That was
where
my
he
favorite
would
sitcom.
He would have the what is it called? Like testimonials, like Modern Family style, where he's talking to the camera before any of them, The Office or
real shit. Yeah, you're right.
And it was funny too. But yeah, you're right. He would be a dramatic actor. And he talked about how he wasn't going to talk shit about D.L. Hughley too.
Oh yeah,
and that's a name I hella forgot, bro. I was like D.L. Hughley,
bro. He's still out there though. He's still doing fucking 15-minute spots at the Comedy Store. I seen
that's
it.
crazy.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah,
because I remember his show used to be like on UPN, and she'd come home from school and like, oh, the D.L. Hughley show.
I honestly loved his sets too back in the
He
day.
was
Like
funny, too.
The Kings of Comedy set, his set was hella funny. Bernie Mac's set was hella funny. Steve Harvey's, I kind of passed over. Cedric's was okay, but like hearing all that shit about them, it kind of makes sense thinking back at it. Like I didn't really dig Cedric the Entertainer's movies because I didn't think he was that funny. You know, and maybe that's why it faded out.
Was be an old man in the barbershop movies.
Yeah,
and that's because
barbershop
he's like
movie was.
Eighth,
I will give him that.
He's like the 8th lead in that. So
yeah, and his role was a good role.
It was a good role, but that's like his role. But other than that, dude, I think.
But I will say,
he's on the money.
Katt kills him on the stage though. That's not even compared.
Yeah.
And then what was funny is I guess Cedric the Entertainer gave him. He has like some kind of award. Cedric has an award. And he gave it to Katt Williams.
For why?
And that was what shit. Why'd he do that? And then Katt was like,
Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Man steals a joke and he gives him an award. Why didn't you ask him?
Come on, Katt.
Why didn't you ask? I'm wondering why you didn't ask him.
Skip.
The Dallas Cowboys.
They should do a sports talk show. Then my.
Well, you kind of did. He was like, "You an athlete? Why are you competitive?" Because when you on the line and you are face to face with another man, you know how you gonna be, and you know you gonna run through him. And
How is you competitive with the other team?
Because I told him, Shannon, I swear to God, if he was in front of me, I would punch him right in the
Oh, good.
That's
Lord.
what he did.
Oh, good. Lord.
He like stood up, and when he stood up, his head didn't move. It was just.
I told him.
It's the most entertaining shit of all. I need to see Katt Williams and Stephen A. Smith
Oh my god.
talking to each other for 4 straight hours.
I hope, and this isn't Katt style because I've been a fan of his. I didn't like watch every single special. I've watched some of the other ones. Probably people haven't.
Yeah.
But like
Of
I
the
will.
15.
Yeah. I will say that I hope he doesn't get oversaturated because of this though. Like. Because he is legit, dude, and I don't want him to fall into some kind of like viral sensation category.
I don't think he'll.
Because he's the real deal, dude. He's the GOAT.
He'll know how to navigate it because
he won't let that.
he's been out that spotlight for so long, bro. And he decided,
Oh, he talks shit about Kevin Hart, and then he has Kevin Hart's ex.
go on
for
tour
him.
with him. Goated.
His Kevin Hart's ex is apparently a stand-up, and he has her open for him for a couple of spots on his tour.
Got him.
You got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Come on.
Hold my pocket.
Come on, Skip.
Hold my pocket, Kevin. I know where your heart is because I found the bitch who got one. She still got your heart, Kevin.
That's such a good cat. That's such a good cat.
I'm a grown little man, Kevin.
And that's been Club Kevvkevvv.
Club Kevvkevvv.
Club Kevvkevvv. Come on, Skip.
I'm on the line.
Fuck, I was like 16.
Yeah, that's good.